Hi, my name is Audrey Faison, and I'm born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, and this is my story.
Throughout the hard times, we're still making changes. Find the ways to help each other, many similar faces. There's a way, meditation and pray. God could pave the way, many better days in a peaceful place where we lay. A different state of mind in this crazy.
So I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm an only child, and I was raised by two parents. And I think growing up for me, sports was like everything. I was super active, and I always needed an outlet, I feel like, to just express myself and work through different emotions and really just be competitive. Like I was always going up against the boys and fighting for a spot to play. And I feel like that has always just been a pattern in my life, like fighting for what I want and not being afraid to go up against anyone, even if they tell me no. And as I got older, I think I had a lot of different interests, and college was hard for me because I just really couldn't decide what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I ended up majoring in public health. And then when I graduated, I was just like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I started working for a nonprofit in Baltimore City. So I was the high school academic director there. And I just fell in love with the kids that I was working with. And that was really the first time that I realized how much of educational opportunities and just a lack of resources that were going on in those schools and compared to the schools that I went to growing up. And it really just made me mad. And I was like, how is this happening? Like these schools are only a couple miles from each other, and like what's going on in these schools should be illegal. And then I just really made it like it was just my life passion to work to support these students and amplify their voices and just bring as much as I could to them and really just like be their right hand person to go to and just make sure that they're getting everything that they need. And then so that's when I was like, all right, I want to work with kids. I want to do more though. I felt like at the nonprofit, I was only, I was with them a couple hours a day, and I just felt like I could be doing more. So then I applied for Teach for America, and that's how I ended up in LA. It was kind of crazy. I never thought, it was always a dream to be in LA, but I just never thought that I would be able to make it over here. And so I was placed here. I got off the plane. I didn't know anyone, and I went straight to the school that I worked at for 4 years. And I was like, all right, this is my home. Like, these are my people. I would always tell the kids, like, y'all are the only people that I know. Like, let's do this. And it was definitely the first year was like one of the hardest years of my life. Just in terms of the learning curve is so huge to be a teacher. You really only have like this program. It was like 4 weeks of teaching summer school. And then they're like, all right, here you go. You're in charge of everybody. And it was hard. And I think also being white, like I recognize that I have to earn their respect. They're used to people that look like me being disrespectful or not being there to support them and stay there for the long haul. So that was always top of mind for me, and listening and learning from them so that I could be the best teacher for them. And so I was at this school for 4 years, and at that school, so the kids have to test out of double math in order to get gym. And a lot of those students that really need that class are the ones that have the test scores. So when I was realizing this pattern, I knew that I had to do something there. So I started the athletic department, and then we were able to do basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, and cheer. And so that was something I was super excited about. And I really saw like the impact on kids, like wanting to come to school and wanting to work hard and raise their grades because they have that opportunity to play, which I think is so important and was something that was really important to me. So then during COVID, that's when I really got into skateboarding. I was always surfing growing up, but I just kind of never put in the time to really learn how to skate. And so during COVID, I was like, this is my thing. I'm skating every day, like on the grind, like going. and it just changed my life. And I met so many amazing people through skateboarding and built friends, got to travel. It just really taught me a lot about myself and what you can do when you try something and you fail and you fail and you fail and you fall and you get hurt and you still come back and you do it again. And so I was like, all right, how can we take skating? How can we take sports and kind of like a wraparound program, and how can we bring it to the school? So I brainstormed some ideas, came up with the name Concrete Queens, and was like, all right, this is it. Let's do it. And I launched it at the other school that I went to that I was at for 3 years. And so it just started as a teacher-led club after school. So we had 12 girls. And then the next year it grew to 25. And I was like, all right, now I really have something here. So I got the nonprofit status and then continued to teach that year. And then this is my first year not teaching anymore. And we have locked down a contract with Green Dot. So they pay us to come in and run programming. And then we've expanded to both of the schools that I used to teach at. So now we have 50 girls in the program. We do 2 days of skateboarding instruction at school. We have ramps. We built a skate park. We have had some stuff donated by Keen Ramp, so that's been amazing. And a lot of other skateboarding companies that have just come in and surrounded us and donating boards and shoes, pads, helmets, everything in order to make it a successful program. And then in addition to the weekly skateboarding, we also go on trips to skate parks around LA. And then we also collaborate with other community organizations to do mental health, yoga, beauty, just really anything that our girls are interested in. We try to bring those people in and just really expose them to as much as we can so that they can figure out what they're interested in and we can support them in following that path. So I think one of the most inspiring and impactful things to me has been witnessing the girls really take ownership over the program. When it first started, it was just very like, oh, here's skating, let's do this one thing and maybe you'll like it. We didn't really know. But now the girls that we've had come back 1 year, 2 years and really show up, and it's like they don't even want to talk when we're skating. They're just so hyper focused on improving and supporting each other. Like when someone falls, they're rallying around that person, lifting them up. They're trying again. There's not really like that aspect of fear that we saw in the beginning. It's like they want to fall and they want to try the next thing. And that has been so cool. And we'll do interviews with the girls sometimes and ask them, what do you like about skating, or what do you like about Concrete Queens? And they're like the community and the relationships. And some of them shared like, skating makes me mad. I get mad. And I'm like, well, then why do you keep doing it? And they're like, well, I like to improve and I like to see myself overcoming those challenges. And that makes me feel good. And a lot of them share, I feel free and I feel strong and confident. And when I hear those interviews and I hear their stories, that's when I'm like, okay, like I am doing a good job. So it really helped that I was a teacher at both the schools because I already had those relationships with the kids, and then also with the administrators and the parents. I already knew a lot of them. So then when I came up with the idea, I shared it. It was just like an all share through all of the kids on campus. And then they were able to sign up with me. And then I was able to do some parent outreach. And so I really think the reason why our program is so successful is because we have that foundation. It's not just like, oh, I'm this random girl and I'm coming in and like, we're going to do skateboarding. It's like, no, like we've been here. We've built these relationships, and I feel like just the trust that we have with the families and the students has been really powerful. And I think that's what leads the kids to coming back every year. And just random, cool, funny story. But so I have a girl now that's in our new program at Animo Legacy. And I had no idea who she was, and she's like, oh, my brother used to go here. And I taught him in 2016. And so now to like have his sister in the program, however many years later, it's like, well, like, it's just cool to, continue that relationship. We do programming twice a week at the school sites, and then we also take them on trips to skate parks around LA. So we've gone to Wilson Park, the Compton Skate Park, Monitor Skate Park in Watts, and then we've done 2 trips to Venice Beach. And that was really powerful because it was a lot of their first times going to the beach and playing in the sand and getting to skate there. So it was awesome just to be able to expose them to that and be like, there's no reason why if you want to live here, like you totally can. And just showing them the art and the culture and everything that's going on in their city. And then we've also partnered with the Faison Foundation, and we've been able to send 2 of our girls to Woodward West Skate Camp. So that was a transformative experience for them, just to get to go away from home for the first time. They stayed over for a week and got skateboarding instruction. Last year, we did an event at the Compton Skate Park with Inner Black Yoga and the Compton Cowboys. So we showed up to the skate park, and then we had a yoga session. We did a skate session. The Compton Cowboys came and talked to the girls about what they're doing amazing work in the community, and talked to them about their horses. And then we had Impala Skate come, and they did some skate giveaways. And it was really so fun. I've never seen horses in a skate park before, so it was pretty legendary. And it was just awesome to do some positive things for the kids in the community. Yeah, the Compton Cowboys are like my role. They're like goals. Like, they're the coolest freaking people that I know. Like, they're doing amazing work. So it was awesome. So in terms of the future, our goal is to impact as many girls as we can. So we're looking to expand to other school sites in South LA. I think there's a couple options for expanding. One model that I really like is to partner with our sister high school. So then we'd start with the students in 6th grade, and then we'd follow them to high school and then along to college or post high school, and support them in that. And then long term, big picture is to have the girls come back, and then they're the ones that we're hiring to do the programming, and they're the ones that are taking over the program. So the nonprofit, so that will stay in place. And then our goal is to really reach like our target budget so that we can continue to expand the program. So that comes along with applying for grants and increasing our brand collaborations, corporate sponsorships, and then also fundraising. So far, we have gotten a $25,000 grant from the LA Dodgers Foundation. We got $10,000 from Aerie and American Eagle, $5,000 from Champion, and then we are working in a cohort with Skate Like a Girl, where we got a $4,000 grant, and we got to go on a trip to Nike headquarters and network with their social impact team. So really focused on building those brands this year and just expanding the people that we work with. Pretty much like every skateboarding brand and company has donated something or supported us, and it's really been so amazing. I mean, I feel the love, and I know the girls are just like, what? Like, just super stoked that people are recognizing us and want to work with us. So I think it's really like inspired them and just made them feel special and like they're a part of something. If you're passionate about something and you see a problem that in your community that you think you can work to help or support or improve, go for it. You're not going to know everything when you first start, but I truly believe like people are going to come into your life and surround you. If you're really genuinely working to support other people, they're going to like, the universe is going to send them to you. So when I first started the nonprofit, I had really like no background or experience in terms of like running a business or knowing how to do accounting or write grants or really anything. I knew I loved the kids and I knew I loved skateboarding, but all of that stuff, I just had to kind of take a leap of faith and learn. And I've had people that have come into my life and really just rally around me and share resources and teach me how to write grants and how to do all that back end stuff that I honestly, it might look like I know what I'm doing, but I promise I don't always know what I'm doing. But I think as long as the kids are happy and the kids are skating, then I'm doing my job right. One of the biggest risks that I took this year was quitting my full-time job to pursue Concrete Queens full-time. I knew that I really had something here and I needed to put in the time to do it. And I was just kind of like, all right, I'm doing this. And it's been a struggle. I definitely like recognize my privilege and just my lifestyle, but I've never been this like pressed for money. And I think it can seem sometimes on like Instagram and what we're posting that it's like we're still, you know, having so much fun and living the life, but like the reality is like ramen every night and not going out and hanging out with my friends because I, you know, can't do that right now. But I think just taking that risk has brought in so many people and like positive relationships in my life that have surrounded me and helped me out when I don't really have anything. And it just kind of showed me that I'm on the right path. And even if I'm not making a livable wage right now, I have people that are helping me out in other ways. And I think it's just that like give and take, and kind of back to talking about if you're doing something positive and you really believe in it, people are going to surround you and work with you to achieve that like greater goal. So I think even if there's like some suffering and some risk, it's worth it in the end. And I truly believe that like we are going to hit our target budget and we are going to be able to expand, and Concrete Queens is just going to grow and people are going to know the name, and we're just going to keep doing it. So I've been skating for almost 4 years now, and skateboarding just really changed my life. I think it makes me feel more confident and free, and I like it because there's such a positive community, but then it's also such an individual sport. Like you're the only one that can put in the hours and put in the slams and try to get better. And no matter how good you get at skateboarding, you're always going to fall. So I think just that lesson of continuing to get back up and try again and have fun doing it, I think can just be translated to so many areas of your life. Like people tell me all the time that I can't do the nonprofit, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or it's not going to work. There's no money in skateboarding and all different kinds of things. But I think as long as I keep going and keep skating and the kids keep having fun, we're going to be here. We're going to be doing the work. So we're currently doing a fundraiser called Build a Board for our girls at our Animo Legacy school site. So we teamed up with Venice Skateboarding Stuff, and for $80, that will build one board, and then they're going to match one board for every two. We've had the decks that are donated from DGK, and then Bones has also donated wheels and bearings. So we're super close to meeting our goal. If you'd like to support, you can donate on our Instagram fundraiser or on our Give Butter. If you have a brand or a company and you're interested in being one of our sponsors, you can reach out to us and we'll send you our tiered sponsorship program. So there's different perks for different levels of donating at the $10,000 level, $5,000, $1,000, etc. And you can see which program would best fit you and your brand, and then we can work together on the collaboration. We have a website, www.concretequeens.org, and then you can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Concrete Queens. And if you want to get involved with us, you can apply to become a mentor. You can apply to become a volunteer. So whether you'd like to write grants, help us with social media, if you're a photographer or videographer, there's a lot of opportunities for you to get involved. And then if you have a business or you have something cool that you're doing in the community and you want to talk and come and talk to the girls, you can reach out to us, and we'd love to collaborate with as many people as possible that fit with our mission and our vision. Thank you all for listening. This is my story, and don't forget to follow Concrete Queens with a Z. This is Making Changes.